Dot Stone.
Is that just how we start these videos now? By screaming the title of the series?
Oh, yeah.
David, we should, when Ruby comes back, we gotta be like, Ruby!
And then followed by if it did or didn't suck that week.
It will. It will. No, Dr. Stone, though, doesn't suck. Oh my God. So I just read this chapter like 2 seconds ago because I was very busy boy. So Thurman, I love just this entire chapter. It's the importance of music, the fucking way that they made the record. In fact, just as we talked about it before, how I always learn shit with this series, I had never considered how records were made. I was like, that is interesting. I didn't know that. You know, it makes sense though. It's just fucking fascinating. Like, I don't know. What do you think, Thurman, about that shit?
What we get from this here is they're putting in a lot of work when it comes to this type of stuff. And one thing I like about this is that they're adding extra science into essentially what would because all this stuff is making sense to me. Like I can get this, the record, the glass and all extra stuff. And can I just point out that even though she's on protect status, Suka's older sister, but point is the way how they're doing everything and how everything's playing out. I'm kind of liking the kind of what we're getting here. It's one thing I will say. I'm just gonna jump the shark here. Is that I like how they kind of how they although I was kind of I wouldn't say disappointed, but kind of like weirded out that they focused on like the singing aspect of it, like to boost morale. I thought it was going to be like an important message to like how to because what they made it seem like it was going to be, they made it seem like is that they're going to
yeah, they did kind of because I think both of us assumed that they were going to like have some information about the incident that turned people into stone, maybe.
Yeah, so they kind of blue balled me with that, but at the same time, I wasn't upset to how they did this because it kind of shows you that there's hope, And
yeah.
And can we skip to
well, so there's a couple scenes I want to talk about. So like, I'm going to go through them, and Thurman, I'm going to ask you to pause your video game because I can hear you playing it. Normally I'd be okay with it, but I can hear the fucking button smashes and kind of distracting. So let's see.
He's in the middle of a match, I think, against our very own Uncle Yasha, who is the reason why he was banned from games of the fighting genre for a year.
David hack into his PSN and fuck him.
Is that what that? I don't know what you guys are saying. I think it's that because I have my remote in my hand, not my Xbox remote, my TV remote. I turned on my TV.
Fantastic. Anyway, so there's a couple
scenes.
I don't know, man. I would like to do the fucking video though. That'd be fucking great. All right. Yeah, really. Turn off your goddamn game before I make David fucking CSI hack that shit. I don't even know if they hack CSI.
Off, bro. The game is
on. Are you fumbling your plastic dick? What's going on?
He's over there playing with his strap on.
Strap on real.
Anyway, it got real there. So, first of all, one of the reasons I fucking love this author is this whole fucking shit where it's like, it pretends like it's gonna be like a really emotional moment with like, oh wow, son, I'm finally getting to talk to you, and he's like, nah, fuck it, I know you're not into this emotional shit, and then Seku's like, ha, see, he knows me. I love that fucking scene so much.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite parts of this chapter.
The he knows me scene.
Yeah, we're not into that emotional shit. Just get to the point.
Like, yeah, this part. It's like you're not the kind of son to get into a shit. He's like, see, he gets me. Like, I don't know how this author went from like again, the first 10 chapters, I hated every character in this series, and he's done. Whoever this author is has just done such a good job at like they feel so real now. They feel so likable. That entire exchange felt so real. Like Well, I love it. Oh my god, Senku is such a fucking good character. Like I love him more and more every chapter, and just that line, like, I burst out laughing. But so moving on. Yeah, so the singing is interesting, and that makes sense, because like music is cool, the kind of music they could do back then, or well, back then for them, now for us. But like, I could see that kind of, getting people like, whoa, let's fucking work for that shit, right? And and it makes sense because like entertainment is a good motivator, and I like how because he even
Yeah.
brings up and obviously a fucking obligatory Dragon Ball Z reference. Fucking kill me.
Yes, bro. I was gonna say that Dragon Ball, bro. That Dragon Ball, that Sun Wukong.
Garbage.
That I saw Dragon Quest in there.
Garbage. Fucking reference.
Dragon Quest is garbage. How dare you?
No,
Commit
Dragon Ball is garbage. Okay, it's not garbage. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
get very hateful. It's not even that bad. I just have a hate boner for it because people think it's the best thing since fucking Jesus's fucking first resurrection or whatever. It's not even. No, I don't know. God damn it. I don't know. Dragon Ball, it's not even that bad, but it's so.
If it wasn't for Dragon Ball, we wouldn't have Dr. Stone.
My hipster senses, man. Like he could have done any manga. Of course, it's fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Dragon Ball is one of
it inspired every manga under the fucking sun. I know.
It's not even inspired. It's just one of Shueisha's more revolutionary titles. I mean, he could have put in One Piece. Naruto would have worked. Saint Seiya would have worked.
It's fine. Again, I'm fully admitting I'm gonna fully admit that I'm being a hateful prick. I'm being spiteful.
Yes, you are.
I know I am.
Roast him in the comments.
That's fine. Roast me. But also tell me in the comments, can you honestly look me in the eye and tell me that it deserves the hype again? No, it doesn't.
Well, yeah, you have a point there.
Anyway, moving on. Also, do I see 2001: A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a good movie. The pacing's horrible, but it came out in the fucking 60s, so what can you expect? Let's see. War of the Worlds. I'm just trying to look at this fucking entire panel. We have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. What's like the monkey face boy supposed to be? Do you know what that is?
Oh, Wukong. Journey to the West, duh.
Bitch, I don't know what that is. Is that what the
Fuck you?
Oh
Fuck you.
Stop. Hold the phone. Okay, please, everyone, roast him in the comments.
Why would I know that? Why would I ever need to know that?
Thurman, educate him before I blow the fuck up.
Also known as the Monkey King, is a fictional figure who features in both body and legend, traced back to the sun. Why would I ever need to know this?
Oh my god! And you, give me your nerd card. Give me your nerd card.
Why is that a nerdy thing? This looks like a fucking book that they'd make me read in school.
That's a very well written book.
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like some shit that you read just because I must be weeb. Let me fucking read this. It looks boring.
It's actually a Chinese novel.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh my god, Redd. Just pitiful. Roast him in the comment section.
Explain to me why, in any way, I would need to know anything about this guy.
It's Sun Wukong. He's one of the most well-known figures in fiction.
He's the inspiration for like 90% of fucking manga as well.
It's not even just manga. Journey to the West is one of the most well-known written novels.
Okay, Redd, have you ever heard of a game called Enslaved by Team Ninja? Came out on the PS3.
Don't think so.
This turns into a Redd roasting session.
Sorry, yeah, roast me. I just looked into it. I've heard of him because I know that Ruby character is based off of him. I've never read this. I've never read the book.
You're killing me.
I know that Goku.
You're killing us.
Early Goku was based off of Sun Wukong, I believe.
Yes.
I've heard about all of that. But I mean,
Read the book.
Here's the thing. It's a monkey boy. That sounds boring as fuck. Like I've never been into the whole
Monkey King.
Yeah. Gives me Jungle Book vibes, and Jungle Book, by the way,
Chris would roast you because one of his favorite fictional characters is Sun Wukong.
You.
So I mean, if your precious Chris knows who he is, then I mean, what does that say about you?
Tell me the context. When did you guys like read this? When, where, in what context?
I was required to read it, and I enjoyed it.
It's a well-known novel. You can get it at Barnes and Noble.
Okay, but like, again, when did you actually read Thurman? You know what? I have a question for you.
I've never actually read
hold
the
on,
book,
Thurman.
but I
Shut
know
the
about
I was
it.
gonna fucking say. Hold on. I was gonna say that was just what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, have you actually read it, or are you just fucking trying to fucking lord this knowledge that you have over me just because you read a couple wiki articles about it?
I was required to read it my senior year, so fuck all you.
I knew about it.
You also know about it because of manhwa, so shut up.
It really doesn't look that
Not
interesting.
even that. I knew about Journey to the West a long time ago. My friends talked about it. It's well known. I knew it as a kid. I just never read it. You heard of it. There's multiple movies about it.
Yep.
It's referenced anytime you know what Journey to the West is. It's one of the most famous novels. It's literally about, I believe, Buddha literally traveling to the West.
Sun Wukong is born from a magic stone that sits atop the mountain of flowers and fruit. The stone develops a magic womb, which bursts open one day to produce a stone egg about the size of a ball. When wind blows on the egg, it turns into a stone monkey that can already crawl and walk. He bows to one of the four quarters as his eyes move. Yeah, that sounds real fucking interesting.
Or you can just read it.
Nah, I'm good. I'm not a fucking follower, my dude. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, it's a thing that everyone has to read. Nah, fuck that shit.
It's not being a follower. It's just that's like saying reading Naruto as a follower because a lot of people read it.
Yeah, but you guys are telling me to read it because it's apparently something that every nerd has to read.
I didn't say you have to read it.
You literally said every nerd knows about it. Turn your nerd card, etc. Blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, you see you turn your nerd card though.
Okay, you turn in your nerd card for not fucking watching Cowboy Bebop. Like we can go back and forth, bitch.
That's a better.
Turn in your nerd card for not watching Code Geass. Turn in your nerd card for not liking Death Note. Turn in your nerd card. Fucking.
This can go either way between you two. Let's just carry the fuck on.
No, this is good. This is good squabbling. Squabbling brings the views. TMZ.
Fuck TMZ.
Disclaimer: we do not endorse that type of statement from David. David is his own human. We don't.
No, I don't like TMZ either.
Thank you.
Planet Unity does not. Does not disclaimer.
Do you have a fucking fear of TMZ? Like, what do they have on you?
They know he's a virgin.
I feel like in the background of like one of like their celebrity, because he does live in Vegas, so I feel like in the background of one of their celebrity videos, like Thurman's like fucking like smoking a blunt or something.
Oh fucking Christ!
Like his mom doesn't know he's doing that. Ooh, except she probably totally does.
TMZ, they're gonna report about controlled chaos.
Yeah, okay. Which is now our new name. Soon.
Hey, I mean, if they want to fucking cover us, they're welcome to.
No,
there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Okay, final fucking statement. I will read this fucking novel, okay? I'm sorry. It never came up. When would it have ever come up to read it, okay? I've heard, the only time I've ever heard of this novel ever, because I have heard of it. You know the fucking like, oh, did you know 10 random facts you didn't know about Dragon Ball? Goku is based off of this fucking guy. Like that's the only time I've ever heard of this novel. So I don't know where the fuck else I would have ever heard of it. Why it's like some crazy like holy shit, you ever heard of this? Like I've heard it like in a couple times in some random fucking facts videos.
I was required to read it in high school, man.
Like where the fuck did you guys hear about it? Where's this source of knowledge that's so prevalent that you're like, how have you never fucking heard of it? What?
Bro, I legitimately thought everybody was required to read it because it was one of the like 15 required readings to fucking finish my senior year.
I was joking when I said it looked like a fucking book that you had to read.
It was legitimately required for me to read that, along with like of Mice and Men and all sorts of other bullshit.
That was the one I read of Mice and Men, which is actually also good.
It's surprising because it's one of the most well-known novels. It's just surprising that
I don't read real books, dude.
I don't read real books, dude. Well, that's where we differ.
Manga is actually a real book, by the way. So don't insult Dr. Stone with your real
hold on. trust me, I am one of the first people to say I hate it when people. That's a whole different rant. I hate it when people fucking try to say that manga is like lesser intelligent. There's so many fucking like more deep things. Trust me, no. When I say real books, I just mean like a traditional book. And no, I would like to read more real books. I find myself not having the time. Unfortunately, I need the audiobook that honestly, but I used to. The last ones I remember binging the Harry Potter series in like a week. That was back when I had time. But either way, fuck you. I don't care about your stupid opinion, Thurman. Moving on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so goddamn. We might. David, write down the timestamp. Don't worry, we're not editing. I just want you to put in like the top comment. Skip to this timestamp if you don't want that. If you don't want to hear that shit. And if you skip to this timestamp, we are fucking sorry. But if you want to hear us banter, go ahead and watch that. Okay, so back to Dr. Stone. I do love again, fucking I always forget his name, but like the blonde, smaller bridge guard guy proving himself to be one of the more entertaining characters because he's like, fuck yeah, all this entertainment shit sounds amazing. Like I like how he hasn't really been motivated until now. Like the two things that motivated him in this entire series were a golden spear and fucking anime.
Anime. He's what we all strive to be.
Yeah, he's like, that sounds amazing. Video games, that sounds pretty fucking cool. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds amazing. Also, so there's a couple more things that may have been implied here that I do want to talk about. Couple. So like, there's a page here that I think it's implied. I mean, it's basically confirmed because of how the genetics work of like how this town started. But like, I can't pronounce her name. No, well, of course, you kind of have to at that point. Like there's no getting around it. But so Kohaku, how do you pronounce her name?
You're asking the wrong person. I assume it's. I think you said it correctly. I think what you said sounded correct.
It looks like Kohaku and that singer lady. I mean, they're fucking definitely related. Obviously, but like she looks like she's a direct descendant to it. Like that's the vibe I got, and like that's obvious because But it's just I kind of like that moment where it's like I think she heard that voice and kind of had like a realization, like holy shit, that's like my great, etc.
Like great.
Yeah, cue that fucking Lilo and Stitch. Or no, not Lilo and Stitch. Fuck Lilo and Stitch. Emperor's New Groove.
Great aunt.
Yeah.
Childhood.
I need to find it. Yeah. Great. Oh, I need to find it. Tell me. Oh, damn it. Oh, well, I was hoping that'd come up real quick. Okay, so but yeah. So that was just that was like a really cool scene. I liked that. But I guess let's talk about the end of this fucking chapter is interesting, and it.
Yeah, sorry, I have to be the speed guy here, but I was gonna ask you about this. I was waiting for this. I was just like, I don't know what because obviously the mentalist realized something.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
Really, I don't know if I know either. So like, okay, so we see him. He's talking about sound quality. That. What the fuck?
He was talking about like sound, right?
Think. Apparently, the only thing, if I were to guess, I think the mentalist has a plan that involves fucking with the main villain. How do you pronounce his name? Suka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say Suka. I think the mentalist has a plan that involves somehow fucking with Suka involving sound. But the way that they fucking word it, it's like they're doing the worst fucking thing. It's like they're killing like a bunch of puppies and then beating babies with the corpses of the puppies. Like they're wording it like they're gonna go to hell. Like they're like, oh my god, like what could it possibly be? And also, I gotta be honest, that like this final page is sexy and
I screenshotted it, bro. I screenshotted it.
And David, come here real quick. you would appreciate that because
Yes.
David's a simple man. When he sees religion bashing, he gets happy.
Yes, I do. Fuck religion.
Senku.
Oh God. Now all the
Fucking slap the Assassin's Creed intro here.
Come at me, bros.
I
Come
mean,
at me, bro.
just as a fucking open statement here, I'm a Christian. You just have to be a non-douchey one.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Because I mean, David may hate religion, but he's gonna roommate with a Christian. So what does that tell you? If you're not,
What does that tell you? We can all get along.
You can fucking exactly.
What? As long as we all read Dr. Stone, we can all get along.
Yeah, no, but even as a Christian, because I'm not an asshole, I can still enjoy this line that's sexy as fuck. Well, you need him because because the mentalist is worried about God judging them, and Senku is like, well, you needn't worry because for the
God doesn't exist.
Yeah, God has been absent from the world of science. It's like, oh, oof.
Oh, fuck yeah, we got a God-hating atheist in there.
Dude, yeah, he's Edward Elricking. He's straight. I got Edward Elric vibes, like hardcore.
My audio may be peaking. I apologize.
Chill.
Why is Senku?
Calm your hate,
Have you ever seen the photo of Bowser when he's like standing? How Senku's standing? Why did Senku remind me of like a human Bowser there?
What the fuck, Thurman? Only you would somehow relate this to Bowser.
God fucking damn it, Thurman. Everything is not
That's why I'm here.
Everything does not have to be a fucking Mario shitpost, my dude.
You ruined it. You ruined it. You ruined it.
You're comparing that godly bullshit to fucking Bowser's tiny lizard cock.
It does make sense that if it does make sense if anyone would be like an atheist type character, it'd be Senku because he's master fucking science. Just it's like science fucking like came all over a fucking like blank slate, and then Senku was born.
Senku was made.
So in this video so far, we've made a lizard joke, a lizard dick joke, a jizz joke, and hating on religion with this quote. Goddamn.
Just fucking hate bonered all over his fucking hate.
Goddamn right I did.
David, I always have to be the guy to remind you, but don't be a hypocrite. If you go too far in the hate spectrum, you're doing what you hate them for.
Yeah, don't be a hate spectrum guy.
Be the better person, my dude. That's how you be.
I hate the uber religious ones that try to force everything on everybody. Let people make their own fucking choices.
And that goes for reverse too.
Exactly.
I've met atheists that like.
Oh god, there are some fucking cringy ass atheists, and that's why
that goes for literally everyone. You can believe whatever the fuck you want to. Just don't fucking talk to me about it. Well, you can talk to me about it, but don't fucking be like, if you don't believe it.
If you don't believe in Cthulhu, you're going to hell.
Well, I that one I can understand. Cthulhu is God.
So yeah, but yeah, so just this, I don't know. What do we have? Does anyone have any theories on what the fucking plan that they have to be? Because they're acting like it's gonna be fucked.
It has to be something to do with sound. So maybe like
sound, and it's fucked up.
So what? So we have
the brown note.
Oh God.
Like what in history?
I got that reference. I got that.
Like what in history has happened that with sound that people have regretted? You know, like that's the main ticket here that we have to realize.
But like, I'm just the only thing I can think of. Like, what could they have a recording of that could fuck with him? I just don't know. Like what weaknesses does he have? Like I just.
Well, the issue is basically it's brain versus brawn is what's going on right now.
What's gonna happen is like obviously like Suka is that what the name is? I'm not even fucking
Suka. Sukasa, I think.
So Sukasa. Yeah, him. He doesn't know. He's not gonna know that Senku has this fucking sound thing, right? So like they can throw him off by like whatever sound they want to like make him here. They could probably there's a way they could fuck with him, but I'm just trying to figure out what they could possibly do that could be so fucked up where they're like, oh my god, we might go to hell. Or like, what?
Play Justin Bieber songs until he dies. That's fucked up.
Where would they get Justin Bieber songs? Also, by the way, fucking 2011 called. They want their Justin Bieber jokes back.
Despacito.
It's not cool to hate on him anymore. We've hated on him. The world hated on him so much that it became old to hate on him.
Yeah, now we're hating on the fact that people are still making diss tracks in 2018.
Yeah.
I think that's only you, David. So,
by the way, my personal favorite diss track of all time is the one that whoever actually, I don't remember what they're called, but the band that wrote the original "I Can Ride My Bike with No Handlebars," they did a diss track to Logan Paul, who did a cover of "I Can Ride My Bike with No Handlebars," and it was fucking amazing.
Flowbots, I believe.
We're talking about.
Oh my god, it was sexy.
We're talking about black diss tracks, not white diss tracks.
No. You can't race card this shit.
Yeah. You cannot be racist. Okay, you're not allowed to be racist. It doesn't make you just because you're black. You can't be racist back.
But can I, Dr. Stone? I can use it in Dr. Stone, right? So one thing I do want to mention here is you see that painting at the panel before the last one, right?
The painting behind the God statue.
The sculpture, right?
Right.
Do you know what that sculpture is?
I don't. Do you?
It says it in the notes right there. It says it's something. It says.
I don't. My version doesn't have a note.
The person is reading the shitty translation.
Oh, look at you! And you make fun of my so-called.
I'm on manga stream. I don't know.
It says the statue depicted here is Michelangelo's Piero da House, St. Peter's, Velasco.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So maybe it has something to do with that, right?
Can you spell it? Can you spell it for me?
1 second.
Just spell the statue. I'll Google it and I'll read about it.
It's Peter's Velasco. So pull up Michelangelo's Peter's Velasco, and you should.
Can you spell? Just
Basilica? Basilica.
One more time.
Basilica.
Is it wrong that I know more about this because of Assassin's Creed than my own fucking education?
You said it was Peter, and then that word?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna find what the fuck this is.
It shows how our fucking education system fails us.
Well, it exists to help you cram for a test, and then you fucking get rid of all the information.
Yeah, pretty much. I just purge everything.
Well, I'm getting a church. It's apparently a church, but I'm not seeing a statue.
The statue was outside of it at one point.
Designated by Michelangelo, most renowned work of the Renaissance architect of the large. Oh, okay. So it's the largest church in the world.
So with that being said, then was that just?
Wait. I don't think the statue has anything to do with what their plan is. I think that's just the statue that the author used to represent God, because it's apparently a statue that has something to do with the largest church in the world.
From what I've read of Dr. Stone, as I'm trying to catch up to you guys, is there's a fuck ton of symbolism.
Oh yeah, and he talks about shit from all around the world too. Like, he's not just centered in Japan like a lot of manga artists are. Like, he talks about shit from all around the world.
Which I respect the hell out of.
He just made a fucking 2001 Space Odyssey reference.
Fantastic film. Very dated.
The man was insane.
He was insane. Have you ever listened to any interviews about him?
The best kind of insane.
He was the best kind of insane.
Torture your actors to make them act better insane.
He was like an Alfred Hitchcock in a way.
Like, hey, if I really want this movie to be good, so I'm gonna need you to fucking film this scene 127 times in a row. Thanks. I'm
going to need you to actually experience fear while you're doing this.
Do another take and get it right 127 times.
Honestly, when
it comes down to it, I'm very interested to see what this plan is, because let's be honest, this author cannot be blue balls in this here, okay? If you're gonna fucking have 2 pages of them being like, holy shit, we might go to hell for what we're doing, God's watching. Like they're like, and then Senku's like, doesn't matter, fucking good. I'm sorry, it's like, like the hype is real. Like whatever they're fucking doing, it's like what the fuck. So I mean, it's gotta. They can like whatever the author's doing. He can't fuck us on this. Okay, it's gotta be fucked up. It's gotta be like real dark and fucked up.
And is the question is what he's planning to do. So it has to be maybe he's just fucking with us. It has nothing to do with sound at all. Maybe
but
something is different.
But he thought about it when he said sound quality.
So I mean, sound quality can it could be a greater meaning than that. It has something to do with maybe what makes a lot of sound. You could think of it like that. Well, something that makes a lot of sound gives a lot of sound quality. So something of that nature.
I mean, he could do something like this and then reverberate it constantly over the next period of fucking like 5 hours.
David, stop. they just fucking ear rape. They ear rape him.
Exactly.
It's so evil.
It's so evil. Or I mean, they could loop a metal growl. I mean, there's nothing more annoying.
They put on fucking like Gandalf like. It's so evil.
Put on some Blood on the Dance Floor, and then watch everybody go back to like 2013 and just like cringe at their fucking old music tastes.
Play the fucking Friday song.
Oh god.
It's Friday. There's a reason why no one likes Americans because of that song.
I don't know, man. I hate not knowing. I hate not even having a theory. Like, the end two panels threw me the fuck off because it's like randomly like, mwahaha, I want to be evil. So I don't know, but it better be fucking evil and it better be fucking dark and it better be like, goddamn. I want to be like, goddamn, Senku, you fucking fucked. I want to
Chiaotzu.
Fuck Chiaotzu. I want to feel bad for the fucking villain. I want it to be so bad where I'm like, oh my god, that's overkill. Like, if you're gonna fucking hype it like this, it's gotta be bad.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be fucking like brutal, like something like no one like something only like if the Mentalist and Senku are like on the same page with this, then it must be something like brutal, right?
You'd think so, and yeah. So I mean, I have no predictions because I have no fucking idea. But yeah, I look forward to seeing what it is. Good shit. Peace.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.